That's a little more sophisticated machine learning there because that's listening to all your devices and looking at all your cameras in your house. But yeah, that creeps the shit out of me too.
The FX Morning Mayhem podcast is an essential listen for currency traders. Each episode covers a curated watch list of key currency pairs alongside insightful market observations. It highlights crucial daily news events that could influence the market, ensuring traders are well informed. Additionally, the podcast offers valuable trading strategy tips, catering to both new and experienced traders in the Forex market. This podcast is for educational purposes only. None of this info should be construed as investment advice. To see the trades called out live for free on our Slack channel, click the link in the description or scan the QR code to join the trade faction. If you find this podcast valuable, please follow and share with a friend. And now, on with the show. Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, March 10th, 2025, and you're listening to FX Morning Mayhem. It's time for the daily market briefing. In today's headlines, here's a brief and easy-to-read summary of the current economic and political developments. APAC stocks started the week with mixed results due to concerns over tariffs and softer-than-expected Chinese inflation data. In the US, House Republicans introduced a stopgap funding bill to keep the government operational until September 30th. President Trump hinted at imposing reciprocal tariffs on Canada and criticized the EU. European equity futures suggest a positive start, with the Euro Stoxx 50 futures rising 0.7%. The dollar index is slightly stronger, while the EUR/USD remains stable. In Germany, preliminary coalition talks have concluded between the CDU-CSU and SPD. Key upcoming economic releases include German industrial production, the EU Centix Index, and the RBNC's Hawksby speech. Additionally, the US has entered daylight saving time, reducing the time difference with London to 4 hours for the next 3 weeks. Stay tuned for a currency market update with Bill and Dave up next. Thanks for listening to FX Morning Mayhem podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review if you found this helpful.
Let's start with the currency pairs. Aussie, New Zealand dollar. We are waiting for a sweet spot to set up there for a short opportunity. Aussie, US dollar also in the zone, waiting for a sweet spot to form here. Short opportunity. Euro CAD still hyperextended. Pound CAD still hyperextended. New Zealand, US dollar. Did we get stopped out? No, we didn't. This is the trade that fired off this morning right before this podcast. So there's our sweet spot. This is a short. Here is our risk structure. 1-to-1. 2 times the ATR is our profit target and our loss. So we'll see what happens. These have worked really well. The last, I think, 3 or 4 in a row were all winners. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it should be fine. It's hitting a resistance point at that point, so it's just should bounce down.
I'm hoping. It should.
Should.
Famous last words. It should do this.
It should.
Okay. Here we go. So anyway, this is Singapore dollar, Swiss franc in the zone, waiting for a sweet spot to form. US dollar, Canadian dollar, nothing going on here. US dollar, Swiss franc, nothing going on here. So, Dave, are you predominantly trading support and resistance? Is that what you got?
That's my pretty much go-to. It's been reliable for me.
That's good.
My line sits there and basically I see the thing bounce off and go down. Normally, that's pretty much the couple pips that you can squeeze out or whatever. So
cool. It's like whatever you're comfy with. That's a hard lesson for me to teach because people like to be lazy and copy. but you really, really got to find your own, what you're comfortable with, a system that you're comfortable with. I found, at least my experience with the people that I've taught, is the ones that have succeeded are the ones that took what I taught them and then embellished it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Tried to
came
make
up,
our own.
yeah. Once you do that, then you start to do well because then you understand why you're doing what you're doing and you can make adjustments based on that. If you're just
Yep.
blindly copying somebody else and never understanding what they are doing, it's not
Yeah.
going to work. So
Yep.
today, for the market insights section, let's talk about DeepSeek again. It looks like everybody's got their panties in a bundle about DeepSeek again. So 21 attorney generals have sent letters to Congress urging them to pass a law that says no DeepSeek devices in the government due to concerns that DeepSeek exposes user data to communist China. The commies are hiding in DeepSeek.
Really?
They're saying it's a tool for Chinese espionage. It searches your histories, records your
Hmm.
IP addresses, and your keystrokes.
Hmm.
Uh,
I'd buy it.
would you buy it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, it's doing that. Oh, yes.
I'm just laughing because they all do that stuff.
I know.
It's just this, I don't know. My opinion is this is a thinly veiled plot to prevent competition.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% right on that, too.
So anyway, there's a whole bunch of bills in there that they're trying to get people to look at. Other countries have already blocked them, which is surprising. Well, I guess it's not surprising. Canada, Australia, South Korea, and Taiwan and Italy have already banned DeepSeek. Yeah, it's saying the data is stored on servers in China and it may share it with state agencies under Chinese laws. I don't know. All this stuff doesn't work unless you can get the people's, because
Otherwise, what's the purpose of it? It has to learn from something.
well, how would you make money on it? Because the way they make money on it is they sell your data to the advertisers. So it's really just like TV used to be, right? TV
Yeah,
was free, all the shows were free because you had to watch all the stinking commercials. This
exactly.
this is pretty much the same. It's free because they see what you're doing and oh, he's looking at hats. So let's start sending him hat emails.
I know.
So
My favorite is when they take what your wife was doing and then start sending it to you because they've made that correlation.
that's a little more sophisticated machine learning there because that's listening to all your devices and looking at all your cameras in your house. But yeah, that creeps the shit out of me too.
Yeah, that was the first foray into that. But yeah, that's just the model that it does there. So I don't see why they wouldn't do that and all the data have to go there
Yes.
at some point.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's for government use. Yeah, absolutely. Most of these AIs for government use shouldn't be there.
Yeah, this should not be a surprise to people, but I think the good thing, people are becoming more aware, whereas in the past they were just completely clueless. Now at least they have a clue, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm just worried. My thing was that there's actually in the rumor mill of DeepSeek, since we're there, is they were using newer Nvidia chips that they weren't supposed to have.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. They probably got them on the black market. And
Yeah, they went through Canada and then they went over to the seas and then they got technology. Because if you don't know, to the viewers outside, is the United States only has the top stuff from the United States, and everybody else has a couple versions behind.
yep. Actually, that's a good point you bring up because when I had the electronic asset management business,
Mm-hmm.
if we got anything new, that had to go in a special pile that went in a special place because it was not allowed to go overseas. Anywhere near any of the no tech list countries. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
All right, David, that's all I have for today.